There are rules and procedures put in place to protect us, but what happens when the legal system is abused? Lynn McChristian is the director of the Office of Risk Management and Insurance Research at the University of Illinois. I caught up with her earlier to learn more about legal system abuse.
Well, a lot of times people think that their first course of action when they have an incident or an injury is to call a lawyer. And really, that should be the exception, not the rule. We're bombarded with TV advertising, which makes people think they shouldn't make a move without an attorney. And that's really not the case. You can get your issues solved in other ways that might not gain you any more as a settlement and might save you some time. We have something going on now with legal system abuse called third-party litigation funding. And what that is investors are bankrolling some of these lawsuits. And I think just by understanding that simple concept, you can see where that might cause there to be the desire to inflate a payment for a settlement. And that's something that we all pay for because it trickles down.
Okay, so then who is most impacted by this?
Well, there's two entities. The victim who is filing that lawsuit doesn't get that windfall amount. It is shared with a certain percentage going back to the investor. The attorney gets a portion and the victim gets what's left. But the other problem is that all of us consumers have to pay the price for this lawsuit abuse because it's increasing the costs of doing business. And if a business wants to stay in business, it winds up passing those costs down to consumers. So it's a price we all pay.
So then why are households and businesses increasingly paying the price for the legal system abuse?
Because what's happening now is it's not fair, it's not equitable. There are tactics, misleading tactics, which are driving up jury awards. With this third-party legislation, this third-party litigation funding, sometimes judges and juries don't know that those funders are behind the lawsuit. And what we're striving for is to get policymakers, regulators, to understand that this needs to be transparent so that judges and juries know who's backing this thing. And also consumers who are involved in these lawsuits need to know what their outcome might be. And it's not going to be these high jury amounts that they typically see advertised.
So then what needs to be done to resolve this problem?
Well, what we're looking for is to make common sense reforms so that the legal system isn't being used as a commodities market. We want to make sure that it's a sustainable marketplace, that there's transparency. Everyone knows what the fees are going to be. And in essence, when they hire a lawyer, know the small print and understand the outcomes might not be as impactful as they had desired.
Well, where can we go for more information on all of this?
Well, there's a couple of really good resources. One place to go is the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. They have a website called instituteforlegalreform.org, Institute for Legal Reform. And another good resource is the American Tort Reform Association to help people get educated about what this litigation funding is and how it impacts all of us.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today and telling us all about it. And if you'd like to see this segment again, just head to our website at firstcoastliving.net.